আমি যে রোল নাম্বার গুলো বলবো সেগুলোর মধ্যে যদি কেউ প্রেজেন্ট থেকো তাহলে বলো। রোল 10, 12, 15, 20, 22, 25, 32, 37, 38, 40, 45, 50, 53 and 63.
63 present.
Okay. Okay. So we were discussing about bounded sequence. Bounded sequence. A sequence, this is the definition. After that, I'll explain. A sequence even is said to be bounded above if there is real number capital A such that un less equal to capital A for all n belonging to capital A. And this capital A is said to be an upper bound of the sequence un. Similarly, a sequence even is said to be bounded below if there exists a finite number small a such that un less equal to greater equal to small a for all n belonging to capital A. And that number, that finite number small a is said to be a lower bound of the sequence even. If a sequence is bounded, both bounded above as well as bounded below, in that case we call it a bounded sequence. For example, if we consider the sequence 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, etc., then all the members are less equal to 1 because the terms are decreasing. The starting term is 1 and the terms are decreasing. So all the members are less equal to 1. Therefore, 1 is said to be the upper bound of the sequence. 1 is said to be the upper bound of the sequence. Similarly, if we have, suppose we have a sequence like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. Suppose we have a sequence 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Then all the terms are greater equal to 1. All the terms of that sequence are greater equal to 1. That's why 1 is said to be, in that case, 1 will be a lower bound of the sequence. If a sequence is bounded below as well as bounded above, that means if you can find a lower bound as well as an upper bound for a sequence, then we call it a bounded sequence. Then comes monotonic sequence. Monotonic sequence. A sequence may be monotonically increasing, it may be monotonically decreasing. If the sequence is such that un plus 1 is greater to even falling, u1 less equal to u2 less equal to u3, u3 less equal to u4, u4 less equal to u5. If this is the characteristic of the sequence, then we call it, the terms are increasing. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So if the terms are increasing, okay, if the terms are increasing, u2 is going to go to u1, then u3 is going to go to u2, u4 going to go to u3. If this is the characteristic of the sequence, then we call it monotonically increasing sequence. Whereas if the sequence is such that un plus 1 less equal to un for all n, then the sequence is said to be monotonically decreasing. For example, if you consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc., then the terms are increasing. That's why un plus 1 is greater equal to un, and hence we call it monotonically increasing sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Whereas if the sequence is 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, etc., in that case the terms are decreasing. That's why we call it monotonically decreasing sequence. The terms are decreasing, so it's monotonically decreasing sequence. Next is convergent sequence. A sequence even is said to be convergent if and is said to have a limit n if limit n tending to infinity un equal to n. For example, let us consider the sequence 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, etc. 1 by n, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, etc. So we can see that the terms are tending towards 0, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, etc. So as n is set, there is the terms are like 1 by n. First one is 1, second one is 1 by 2, then 1 by 3, 1 by 4, etc. So the terms are 1 by n. Un, nth term is 1 by n. So as n tends to infinity, obviously 1 by n will tend to 0. This sequence is said to, this type of sequence is said to be a convergent sequence. Convergent means that is not tending towards infinity, that is tending towards a fixed limit. Or suppose we have a sequence, okay, or suppose we have a sequence like this, n by n plus 1, n by n plus 1, that means the terms are, if you put n equal to 1, 1 by 2, if you put n equal to 2, 2 by 3, first term is half, second term is 2/3, third term is 3/4, fourth term is 4 by 5 and so on. Now let us see whether the sequence is convergent or not. Limit n tending to infinity, n by n plus 1. That's the nth term, n by n plus 1. So limit n tending to infinity, even will be what? There's limit n tending to infinity, n by n plus 1. So if we divide numerator and denominator by n, we'll be having 1 by 1 plus 1 by n. As n is tending towards infinity, 1 by n is tending towards 0. So this term is 0, this will be 1, this will be 1. So 1 by 1 plus 0, that is 1. So as limit n tends to infinity, as n tends to infinity, this limiting value, this term is tending towards 1. Sorry, not 0, this is tending towards 1. So this is convergent and its limit is equal to 1. If we consider the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. up to infinity, obviously we can see that this sequence is not converging towards a fixed value, towards a finite value. It is tending towards infinity. So the terms are like n. Then the terms are n. Nth term is n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the sequence. Then the nth term is n. So as n tends to infinity, even will tend to infinity. So this is an example of infinite. This is an example of divergent sequence. Okay. This is an example of divergent sequence. Next is oscillatory sequence. If we consider the sequence minus 1 to the power n, minus 1 to the power n, the terms are or minus 1 to the power n minus 1 or minus 1 to the power n plus 1, anything. The terms will be alternately plus 1 and minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. The sequence is neither tending towards plus 1, it is neither tending, it is not tending towards minus 1. It is oscillating between plus 1 and minus 1, plus 1 and minus 1. This is said to be an oscillating sequence. This is said to be, this is an example of oscillatory sequence. Minus 1 to the power n, minus 1 or minus 1 to the power n. This is an example of oscillatory sequence. So oscillatory sequence means the sequence is neither tending towards plus 1, the sequence is neither tending towards plus 1, this is not tending towards minus 1, but it is oscillating between two numbers. That's why it's the oscillatory sequence. Okay. Now this is the theorem which you have to remember, the statement only, not this one. The statement is not only this one. If a sequence is monotonic bounded, if a sequence is monotonically increasing and bounded above, then it will be convergent. If a sequence is monotonically decreasing and bounded below, then also it will be convergent. This is the condition for convergence of a sequence. If a sequence is bounded above, if a sequence is monotonically increasing and bounded above, then it will be convergent. Similarly, if a sequence is monotonically decreasing and bounded below, then also it will be convergent. Prove that the sequence n by n square plus 1 is monotonically decreasing and convergent. Prove that the sequence n by n square plus 1 is monotonically decreasing. Monotonically decreasing means we have to show that the terms are decreasing. That is, if we consider nth term and n plus 1th term, then we have to show that n plus 1th term is less than equal to nth term. N plus 1th term is less than equal to nth term. That we have to show. Second part is we have to show the convergence criteria. First of all, let us show this. Let us find it out whether this sequence is monotonically decreasing or not. That is, whether un plus 1 is equal to un or not. Un is your n by n square plus 1, and un plus 1 will be what? Un plus 1 will be simply n will be replaced by n plus 1. So that is your n plus 1 by n plus 1 whole square plus 1. So if you subtract un from un plus 1, it will be n plus 1 by n plus 1 whole square plus 1 minus n by n square plus 1. Denominator will be n square plus 1 into this, and numerator will be un plus 1, there is n plus 1 into n square plus 1 minus an into n plus 1 whole square plus 1. So if you subtract it, the denominator is obviously, this cannot be negative, this is always positive. And numerator is minus n square minus n plus 1. Now n, starting value of n is 1 because n is a member of capital N and capital N stands for set of natural numbers. Set of natural number means it starts from 1. So lowest value of n is 1. N is always get equal to 1. So if you put n equal to 1, this will be minus n square, that is minus 1 square. If you put n equal to 2, it will be 1 minus 2 minus 4. So the terms are decreasing. As n is increasing, the terms are decreasing. So always this numerator will be less than 0. It can never be greater than 0. This is always less than 0. Strictly less than 0. Less equal to sign of ochana, this is always less than 0. So that means un plus 1 is always less than un. So the sequence is monotonically decreasing. Actually, if we have a sign of equality here, then we call it monotonically decreasing. If we don't have that sign of equality, only sign of inequality is there, then we call it strictly monotonically decreasing. Just bole dichhi abhi. If we have sign of equality, if we have along with this less than sign, if we have equal to sign, we call it monotonically decreasing sequence. If it is strictly less than, then we call it strictly monotonically decreasing sequence. It's okay. You can write it as monotonically decreasing sequence. So since un is always greater than un plus 1, therefore the sequence is monotonically decreasing. Now we have to show that the sequence is convergent also. Convergent means we have to find out the limiting value as n tends to infinity. So un is n by n square plus 1. Okay. একটু আগেই আমি বললাম, if a sequence is monotonically decreasing and bounded below, then it will be convergent. And if a sequence is monotonically increasing and bounded above, then also it will be convergent. So here the sequence is monotonically decreasing. Okay. Now the terms are 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4, 4 by 5, etc. So starting term is half. That means all the terms are greater than 0. All the terms are greater than 0. So the sequence is bounded below. One thing you must note, it's not that you will have a single lower bound or a single upper bound for a function, for a sequence. It's not like that. The starting term is half. So all the terms are greater than 0. So 0 may be 0 can be considered as the lower bound. It's not this is the only lower bound. Half and number that will be a lower bound of the sequence. It's not that this is the only lower bound. Okay, similarly for upper bound also, we won't get a single upper bound for a sequence. We'll have many upper bounds for a sequence. Just to upper bound, you find out a single lower bound for this sequence, that will serve your purpose. If you can show that the sequence is monotonically decreasing and it has a lower bound, then our purpose is solved. But it's not that that will be the only lower bound. There are lower bounds. All the terms are greater than 0, so 0 is the lower bound of that sequence. So the sequence is monotonically decreasing and is bounded below, therefore the sequence is convergent. Okay. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, আর একভাবেও করতে পারো, limit n tends to infinity un, that is limit n tends to infinity this. So since in the denominator we are having n square, so we'll divide the numerator and denominator by n square. This one will be 1 by n, this one will be 1 plus 1 by n square. 1 by n square is 0 because n is tending to infinity, 1 by n square is 0. This is your 1. This is 1 by n. That is 1 by 0 is, I'm sorry, 1 by infinity means 0. So the sequence is converging towards 0. Therefore, it's an example of convergent sequence. Show that the sequence 1 plus 1 by n to the power n. It's not required. Infinite series. Now comes infinite series. Let even we are given real জিনিসটা কি হচ্ছে, suppose we have a infinite sequence 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 etc. There is a set of real numbers, set of natural numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 etc. Set of natural numbers we are considering. এই যে term গুলো পাচ্ছি, the terms which are there in the sequence, if we go on adding those terms we get a series. That series we call infinite series. The terms are like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 etc. Of the sequence, that means 1 plus 2 1 comma 2 comma 3 এইভাবে ছিল terms গুলো. Now we are going on adding the terms 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 etc. This is said to be an infinite series. Obviously we'll be having infinite number of terms, and as we can see this it is diverging towards infinity. So this series is, if we go on adding the terms, if we add the terms of the sequence, we get an infinite, we get a series which we call infinite series. Since infinite number of terms are there, so we call it an infinite series. Let un be a given real valued sequence. Then the sequence Sn defined by S1 equal to U1, S2 equal to U1 plus U2, Sn equal to U1 plus U2 up to Un. This is called sequence of nth partial term of the sequence event. And the expression of the form U1 plus U2 up to Un etc. continuation is called infinite series. And we normally write it as Un n running from 1 to infinity, or simply summation Un. So if we add the terms of the sequence of an infinite sequence, that we call infinite series. The infinite series event will be convergent or divergent or oscillatory according as the sequence of partial term Sn is convergent or divergent or oscillatory. So U1 is denoted by S1, U1 plus U2, sum of first two terms, that is denoted by S2, sum of first three terms is denoted by S3 and so on. Sum of first 8 terms is denoted by Sn. So if Sn is convergent, the infinite series will be convergent. If Sn is divergent, the infinite series will be divergent. If Sn is oscillatory, the sequence Sn is oscillatory. In that case, the infinite series will also be oscillatory. Now, convergence of an infinite series. Summation Un converges if limit Sn is finite. Summation Un diverges if limit Sn is infinite. Summation Un oscillates if the sequence Sn is oscillatory. Test the convergence of the series. Summation n from 1 to infinity 1 by n plus 1. And show that the series is convergent. If convergent, find the sum of the series. এটা দেখে নাও, কিন্তু আমরা এইরকম ভাবে পড়বো না। এরপরে we'll be having in this chapter. This chapter is based on whether a series is convergent or divergent. That means whether the summation exists, whether the summation of that, whether the summation is finite or not. The chapter is based on this theory, whether the summation is finite or not. For that, we have 4 tests. For positive series, we have 4 type of tests. For alternating series, that means whether terms are alternating positive and negative, we have 1 test. So as a whole, we have 5 tests. 4 are for positive series. One is comparison test, second one is root test, Cauchy's root test, third one is ratio test, D'Alembert's ratio test, D'Alembert's ratio test, and fourth one is Ruff's test. These 4 tests we have for positive series, positive term series, and 1 test, Leibniz test, we have for alternating series, that is a series where the terms are alternately positive and negative. By those tests, we'll see whether a given series is convergent or divergent. That's why we have to consider the nth term of the series. For example, for ratio test, we consider the ratio of n plus 1th term and nth term. If that ratio as n tends to infinity is less than 1, then the series is convergent. If that is greater than 1, the series is divergent, and so on. এইভাবে থাকছে 4টে টেস্ট, এইভাবে হয়। So this is the basic idea how we get a series. একটু দু একটা দেখে নেব, বাট এরকম তো আসে না। আসে ওই পরের দিকে ওই চারটে টেস্ট অ্যাপ্লাই করে করার অঙ্কই আসে। আচ্ছা দেখো, টেস্ট দ্য কনভার্জেন্স অফ দ্য সিরিজ 1 to infinity 1 by convergent by the sum of the series. So infinite series যেখানে define করলাম আমি বলেছিলাম let us consider the series let's consider a sequence u1 u2 u3 u4 etc un etc. If we go on adding the terms u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus u4 etc, that plus un plus continuation, this is known as infinite series. Now let us denote the sequence of nth partial sum by Sn. That means S1 is sum of first term, that means 1. S2 is sum of first two terms. S3 is sum of first three terms, that is E1 plus U2 plus U3, etc. Sn is sum of first n terms, E1 plus U2 plus U3 plus up to Un. So if the sequence of nth partial sum Sn is convergent, then automatically the infinite series will also converge. If the sequence Sn is divergent, the infinite series will diverge. If the sequence is found to be oscillatory, the infinite series will also be oscillatory. এটা হলো ডেফিনেশন, এখান থেকে পাচ্ছি infinite series এর test the convergence of the series this. So Sn, let's find out Sn. Whether the series is convergent or not, for that we'll find out the characteristic of the nth characteristic of the sequence of nth partial sum, Sn. The Sn is what? 1 by, if you put n equal to 1, this is 1 into 2. Then for n equal to 2, this is 1 by 2 into 3. Then next term is 1 by 3 into 4, 1 by 4 into 5, etc. up to 1 by n into n plus 1. So 1 by 1 into 2, that can be written as 1 minus half, then 1 by 2 into 3, then half minus 1 third, 1 by 3 into 4, 1 third minus 1 fourth, etc. Last one is 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. So this is your, this minus half plus half will cancel out. Next term will be 1 third minus 1 fourth. So 1 third and minus 1 third will cancel out. Ultimately, that will be 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. So as n tends to infinity, 1 by infinity is 0. This will be equal to 1. Limit Sn is 1 as n tends to infinity. Thus, this limit is finite, therefore the series is convergent. Now, a sequence of partial sum converge করছে, so by definition, the infinite series is also convergent, and the sum of the series is equal to 1. Okay, test the convergence of the series, summation n, and if convergent, find the sum of the series. Summation n মানে কি? The terms are 1 plus 2 plus means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to n. So that will be what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n. That is what? Sum of first n natural numbers, that is your n into n plus 1 by 2. So obviously, as n tends to infinity, this is also 9 plus infinity. That means the series is divergent. Okay, that means the series is divergent. Now, these are two properties of general properties of series. One is in case of addition or deletion of a finite number of terms, the convergence or divergence criteria of a series remains unchanged. মানে sometimes you will come across a series, ধরো এরকম থাকলো, the series is like 1 plus 2 plus half plus 1 third plus 1 4 plus 1 5 fifth up to infinity. মানে actually the series is 1 plus half plus 1 third plus 1 4 etc. up to infinity. সামনে দুটো extra term দিয়ে দিয়েছে, একটা 1 and 2. অথবা দুটো 2 or 3 দুটো term দিয়ে দিয়েছে. In that case, what we'll do is simply delete those terms, simply remove those terms from the series. Otherwise, আমি কোনো general term লিখতে পারবো না, না? We won't be able to write some generalized expression, write the generalized term. আমাকে তো first we have to find out the nth term given a series. We have to first write out the nth term of the series. Even আমাকে লিখতে হচ্ছে। আমার যদি এরকম একটা সিরিজ দিয়ে দেয় 1 plus 2 plus half plus 1 third plus 1 4 plus 1 fifth plus 1 6 plus 1 7 plus 1 8 etc. So until and unless we remove those first two terms 1 and 2, we cannot write down the generalized term. We cannot write down the nth term of the series. 1 and 2 টোটালি আলাদা, পুরো অন্য টার্মস গুলো থেকে এরা টোটালি আলাদা, এর সাথে বাকি টার্মগুলোর কোনো মিল নেই। তখন what will do, we simply delete those terms, will remove those terms 1 and 2 from the series. That's why this property you have to know. If we delete 1 or 2 a finite number of terms from an infinite series, that doesn't affect the convergence criteria of the series. Similarly, আমি যদি একটা দুটো টার্ম অ্যাড করে নিই with an infinite series, that won't affect the criteria, convergence criteria of an infinite series. Addition lage na, a deletion ta lage. If we want, we may, if required, we may delete one or two terms from an infinite series without affecting the convergence criteria. One more, this obviously no. If each terms of a series is multiplied by a non-zero constant, then the series remains convergent, divergent, or oscillatory. It's quite obvious. If you multiply all the terms by a non-zero constant, then if the series was originally convergent, that will remain convergent. If that was originally divergent, that will remain divergent. If that was originally oscillated, that will remain oscillated. এটা লাগে না এই প্রথমটা জানতে হয়। কোনো জায়গায় এরকম দরকার পড়তেই পারে, একটা কি দুটো টার্ম তোমাকে বাদ দিয়ে দিতে হচ্ছে, সেটা করে নেবে। ওকে, সো চারটে টেস্ট will start from our next time. Okay, is it clear? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. তাহলে একবার ছোট করে বলে দিই, ফার্স্ট অফ অল সিকোয়েন্স means a set of real numbers following certain pattern. Then comes monotonically decreasing sequence and monotonically increasing sequence. If the terms are increasing, that is u1 less than u2, u2 or less than equal to u2, u2 less equal to u3, u3 less equal to u4. If the terms are like this, that is un less equal to un plus 1. Then we call the sequence monotonically increasing sequence. Whereas if the sequence is like u2 get equal to u1, u3 get equal to u2, that is un plus 1 get equal to un. Then we call it, if un is less equal to un plus 1, then we call it monotonically increasing sequence. If un plus 1 less equal to un, then we call it monotonically decreasing sequence. Okay. Now, a sequence may be bounded below or it may be bounded above. If all the terms of the sequence, if we can find the number capital M such that all the terms of the sequence is less equal to that capital M, then capital M is said to be an upper bound, not the upper bound. It is said to be an upper bound of that sequence. Similarly, if all the sequence of all the terms of the sequence are greater or equal to a number small m, if you can find such a number small m, the small m is said to be a lower bound of the sequence un. Now next is convergent sequence or divergent sequence. If limit n tend into infinity un is equal to a finite number, then we call it a convergent sequence. If that limiting value is infinity, then we call it an infinite divergent sequence. If a sequence is monotonically increasing and bounded above, then it will be a finite convergent sequence. If a sequence is monotonically decreasing and bounded below, then it is an example of convergent sequence. Next is convergent below, and then infinite series. Suppose we have an infinite sequence, then if we add the terms of the sequence, we get a series which we call the infinite series. Then comes nth partial sum. Next is a property of infinite series. If we delete 2 or 3 terms from an infinite series, the convergence criteria of the series remains unaltered, remains unaffected. Okay, next day we'll be doing the 4 test. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.